Hello and welcome to The Ride Almost Live. We are here at Giltrap Skodas in Newmarket, our beautiful setting again, and I have the pleasure of Mr. Harley Gee.
That's me. Hello.
Can we call you G? Can we call you a pro cyclist name, or is that?
Well, I'm definitely not a pro cyclist, but you can call me whatever you want, but mates call me Harley. Yep.
Awesome. So Harley, we've known you for quite a while.
Yep.
Introducing yourself to the guys online. Who are you and what's your job?
Okay, so my name's Harley. Harley Gee, so I work for Shimano New Zealand. My title's operations manager, but I kind of am a bit of a do-everything kind of guy at Shimano. Been in the cycle trade pretty much all of my professional career. So I started working in bike shops way back 97, a long time ago. And then worked retail for a while, worked wholesale for a while in a bike supplier for Avanti bikes, or Shepherds as they're known. And then started working for Shimano about 4 years ago.
So you've been around the block.
Yeah, a little bit.
But you've done it all. So working for Shimano. So I've got this vision of Shimano from the corporate level of being this massive monolithic company that just has so many employees, so many designers, salespeople. Shimano's on so many bikes. We've had the pleasure of knowing you for quite a few years now, and I don't know whether it's in other sites in other countries, but it does feel like there's people behind the brand.
No, absolutely. I mean, it is a huge company. There's no denying that. Because our trade is really big, and Shimano is a pretty big part of it. In Europe, massive market. It's a big area, but in New Zealand we're still a significant market, but we're a lot smaller. So we have about 40 people in the office, and we are the smallest Shimano-owned sales office around the world. Right. So when we go up to Japan and hang out, we're rubbing shoulders with a lot people who are responsible for much bigger markets. So 40 people, and that is responsible across both bike and fish. So
and that's the thing. The fishing is
the
thing I always sort of forget, that Shimano is a really big real manufacturer.
Yeah, it's a funny one too, because when Shimano became, I suppose, established themselves in New Zealand, and I was working at the time for the Shimano distributor, and then they decided to bring distribution across to, the Shimano New Zealand, where we're at now. You live in this world of cycling, and that's been my life, and I've worked in it the whole time. And then to be involved in the fish side, and fish is actually bigger, so it's about as far as turnover, it's like twice the size of the bike side. So it's
well, we are surrounded by water in New Zealand.
We are,
anyway,
and everyone knows someone that goes fishing, right? So
absolutely. So in terms of 2019 and Shimano's drivers, what are you aiming for this year? What are some of the new products that have?
Yeah, sure. So 2019 is going to be a big year for us. I'm very, very excited. I've been chewing your guys' ear off a little bit about it. Oh, no, it's exciting. I mean, I'm involved in this because I'm not a pro cyclist, but I really like the gear, and I love product. I love engineering, and I love the product itself at a high level is just it's very, very cool. So 2019 is exciting because we've got a lot of really, really big product releases. So the ones that just occurred. So I think at the start of June, the embargo came off for XT and SLX.
These are the mountain bike group sets.
Big mountain bike group sets, and if you go out riding, that's the sort of the level where a lot of people who are really serious about their riding, this is the product or the level of product they'll be riding, XT and SLX. So for us, it's a big step forward, and really meeting the market with first off, it's 12 speed, it's wide range, and it's a lot of products that are centered around a single front chainring setup, and it's
because that back cassette we unboxed when it came out, and generally, being a roadie, coming back and seeing those massive rear chain rings are just, it's phenomenal. You can't actually understand how it actually works.
Yep. Yeah, it's a huge range. The back cog is 51 tooth. So there's my road bike right there. The front chain ring is a 50. and it's the 51 at the back.
You got a
which is even
dinner
bigger.
plate on the back.
Yeah, it's really big, but I suppose it's just about having that wide range from a 10 all the way up to a 51. So that's really exciting with XT and SLX. So they're the two new mountain bike group sets.
So just for people who don't understand,
Yeah.
the higher range version is the
So they have XTR,
XTR,
which is the absolute top creme de la creme mountain bike group set. That's the top one they do, which is really no holds barred, the top level of everything.
So
then,
comparable to road, it's kind of the dura-ace
Dura-ace.
version
Yep.
of,
Yep, exactly. Yep, I eat, sleep and breathe the stuff, so sometimes I talk the lingo a bit too much. And then XT's underneath that, and then you have SLX underneath that, and then there's a whole host underneath that. So this year is a unique year for us because we're releasing both XT and SLX at the same time.
So does that not usually happen? Is it usually one group set released per year?
So last year was XTR being released, and that was a big year, but then XTR and mountain bike, that top level product typically isn't. You see it in the races ride it, and then you have a really, really top tier of riders that can afford it and afford the bikes that it comes on.
Yeah.
But XT is where it really starts becoming much more accessible, and typically Shimano produce the top level product first, and then the technology that comes with that trickles down to the lower end group sets. So you're getting 12 speed, you're getting the stuff called Hyperglide Plus, which is the shifting technology.
And that stuff is just so smooth when it changes. Absolutely millimeter perfect. It's amazing. Yeah. So with with those new group sets, for people who are interested in getting new gear, is there kind of a release cycle for these things? Is it kind of come out as, is it kind of like the Apple where they release new hardware every September? Do they do the same
generally
thing?
It's every 3 years. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Oh, so it's a 3-year cycle?
Yep, usually for every group, and then it trickles down to the following group set and the following group set each year. Yep.
Yeah, so anybody looking to upgrade, a 3-year cycle would be a pretty good thing to go off.
Or year.
Just change it whenever you want. It doesn't really matter.
No, yeah. But that's why this year's a bit unique, and I think mountain bike is an area where we've needed to sort of step our game up and meet the competition a bit more. So doing 2 group sets in 1 year is a big part of that.
Yeah, and so Shimano, especially in my view, I've not really seen them. When different manufacturers bring out their gear, they don't necessarily jump on to the bandwagon, jump on the new technology. They seem to get things right before they release. Yeah.
So no, absolutely. I mean, first and foremost, Shimano is an engineering company. That's the absolute strength. Sometimes marketing is not their absolute strength, but making the right product and the best product is absolutely their focus. That's the number one thing that they want to do. Yeah. So no, absolutely. Making the best product that works first time, every time is pretty cool.
Because I remember waiting for my power meter to come through, and it was just waiting.
Have you got one yet? I don't know.
Now I've got one on the bike,
cool.
And it does not miss a beat at all. It is always pretry much 100% reliable. Not me, my body's breaking down, but my gear's fine.
No, totally. I mean, I'd rather, of course, if a product's not ready for release, I'd much rather be explaining a delay than a problem with the product that's out there in the market.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So with mountain bike gear, it's obviously there's been a big rise in gravel, and people going off road on. More.
No, totally. I mean, as mentioned, we've got big mountain bike releases this year, which are really exciting. And then also we've just released GRX, which occurred, I think it was around March this year. Yeah. I think. You can bug our dates, but yeah. So GRX is the first ever a group set conceived purely for gravel. Yeah. So gravel's an interesting segment because it's not, it's growing and it's not huge, but I think what we're seeing is there's a lot of people who have been into road cycling or are involved in road cycling or mountain biking, and sort of they might want to be, ride a bike and be in, from a place where they want to be fit and do some miles. But road cycling can be perceived as a bit dangerous with vehicles and cars and that sort of thing. So gravel's a really, really cool outlet for those types of riders who want to go out and actually put some miles in, be fit and spend some time on the bike and not have that conflict with traffic, and maybe not necessarily want a mountain bike and be involved in technical, riding terrain. So GRX is a gravel group set. It's another release that we've got coming in later this year.
And so with that GRX, what are the differences in?
So it's it's almost like it's taking a lot of the technology from mountain biking and road cycling and putting it into one. Okay. So the gear ratios are optimized for that, because you don't need as tall a geared bike as you do for road, but then you also you're going to be going faster than what you're on a mountain bike. So the gear ratios are all tailored for that. There's double chainring and single chainring options as well, depending on I suppose the end user, because there are people in that category riding both single and double front chainring.
Have you used a single chainring on a road bike?
I have, not on a road bike.
On a gravel bike?
But on a mountain bike I have, So it depends on the end user. And in different markets, like I suppose in America, they're very much single front chainring, but in Europe, a lot of those guys are still riding triples.
Wow, and also brakes the wrong way round as well, or the right way round, whichever one. You want to say?
So it's designed specifically for gravel in mind, and then there's also things like the clutch. So within mountain bikes, you have a clutch on the rear derailleur, which is like a mechanism within the chain tensioning device that helps when you're going over very, very, highly, a lot of vibration in the terrain. That helps keep the chain captive on the chainring and everything, and that's part of the rear derailleur. And so you've never seen that in a road bike before, but now that's incorporated into the gravel tech. So,
Well, I got one question for you, which I've always wanted to know. Seeing as you get to travel to all these places, going to Japan and seeing, the warehouses and all the manufacturing process, you're privy to all this information. How hard is it for you to hear about things that are coming out and not just want to go and talk to everyone about?
It's.
Or are you used to it now? Are you used to sort of?
No, it's challenging because I suppose I love the tech. That's a big part of why I'm involved in the industry and in Shimano for sure. I love the tech. So no, it's a challenge, right? But they just keep me busy enough with current stuff. So this year, XT embargo has just come off. That is really, really cool, sexy product that I just can't wait to get out there. And I've obviously known it for a while, so I just get relieved when the embargo comes off.
And then you can just spill the beans. You can literally just talk to anyone, because that's what I think would be really difficult. Is you can talk to your mates in your own business, but outside of that, it's almost
especially
impossible.
You loose-lipped media folk. For sure.
We're trying to keep things down. So with the sort of rise of gravel, how have you seen the sort of road bike, get things onto road? Because I love road bikes.
You're a roadie, aren't you?
How's the road scene within sort of sales and Shimano? Is it mountain bikes obviously just growing, taking off?
New Zealand is I think a fairly mountain bike oriented country. We've got wicked riding in New Zealand, and it is a destination, like a tourism destination for mountain biking, and there's a lot of events going on that help build that. Road, I'd say, would be a flatter side of the market. It's not seeing a huge amount of growth, and it's not as big as mountain. So if anything, I think gravel is also, gravel and e-bikes, those are really the growth markets that are occurring right now. So gravel, almost at the expense of road, perhaps. So there's a lot of road cyclists, like I mentioned, the sort of safety thing. It's horrible hearing in the news when you hear a road cyclist getting injured, and it's a lot of that. It's a very small, it's not a big occurrence, but it's a horrible headline, and often people focus on that, and so that's probably a big driver for people wanting to ride a gravel bike. I think, because it's the same experience but away from traffic. Yeah,
absolutely. And so there has been a huge rise in e-bikes as well. Shimano have obviously moved into that market.
It's a big focus.
See one on the back here.
Yeah, absolutely. E-bikes are massive, and they're here to stay. And I suppose it's a funny category because there's a lot of established cyclists who might be sort of thinking, it's cheating, or it's just not, it's not pure or anything. But and I don't think the cool things about, for me anyway, with e-bikes I see is that we see a lot of new products come in and a lot of new categories, like gravel, for example. But a gravel rider is a cyclist, and they might be a road cyclist that then changes to gravel. So the pie, if you were to say, is not getting bigger. It's just getting divided into more pieces. Whereas with an e-bike, it's introducing a person that's not a cyclist to become a cyclist. And the more cyclists there are, the better. You know, that means that there's going to be more focus and more people riding and more infrastructure and all of that stuff. So, you know, my mum is a really good case. You know, she would not get a bicycle and ride recreationally from her home because she lives at the top of a hill.
Exactly, you hit that first hill and it's over, isn't it?
Yeah, so with an e-bike, it completely removes that, which is just fantastic. And there's lots of cool little stories like that. So whenever you're getting someone who's not a cyclist to become a cyclist, that's a wicked story. And it's really, really cool. So
one thing I've always wanted to do is get an e-bike, especially road bike, turn up to a group ride and literally just be that engine on the front, get everybody dragged along behind while you just sort of sit there at the front,
just be the hero.
Yeah, be the hero. just feel like you're helping make everybody faster.
Yeah, yes. As long as people know that you have that engine.
Well, yeah, you kind of got to.
If you try and turn up and then trying to hide it, not so much. But they're really fun, you know. And generally the people who aren't really into e-bikes are the people who haven't tried one. As soon as you try it, they're fun.
It does make you feel like a bit of a hero.
Oh yeah.
As soon as you push down and you think, oh my gosh, I can actually go quite quick on this.
Yeah, and they're just good fun. They're really, really good fun. And yeah, like I said, the stories that you get around people that can't ride for whatever reason or don't want to, and then they really enjoy it. You know, that's great. Or they can go riding with their friends again, and it's like I said, it's definitely technology which is here to stay, and it's only going to get bigger and
better.
Yeah, and it's going through a lot of growth right now. Definitely. Yeah.
So, you know, with Shimano, especially in New Zealand, you've got different brands. You're not Shimano'd up. You're not fully dressed in blue.
Yep.
So in terms of apparel that you do, you're wearing. What are you wearing tonight?
Pearl Izumi is our apparel brand. So Shimano do clothing themselves as well. Yeah. But down in the southern hemisphere, generally Pearl Izumi is the clothing brand which we import and distribute, and it's a fantastic range of clothing, long rich history in providing really, really top gear. The history of the brand is more within road cycling, but they're doing some really fantastic mountain bike ranges as well now. As well, you know, so there's a pretty big brand portfolio, to be honest. So they keep us really, really busy. Pearl Izumi within clothing, laser helmets, and I think you guys have
those laser helmets are pretty damn good.
Yeah, and they're a really innovative company. You know, the guys. It's from Belgium, and they're 100 years old this year. So wow, one of the oldest helmet company in the business.
And quite a lot of World Tour teams, a couple of World Tour teams are actually wearing. George Bennett in Jumbo Visma.
Yep, and a couple of Kiwis this year as well. So Tom Dumoulin is riding laser. So
although I hear he's just had an operation on his knee to get some gravel out, so will he be around?
So hopefully that's just superficial. I have no inside information on that, but.
Yeah, because this week we had Chris Froome knocked out. Geraint Thomas has fallen off.
Yeah, just today. Yeah.
So
he's all right apparently.
Apparently. So it'd be interesting to see who comes out for the Tour de France.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. So laser and helmets, really innovative company, and pro components.
Yeah.
So pro, you can see handlebars, stems, saddles, and as well as accessories, things like multi-tools and all sort of stuff. So the range of products that we produce is massive. They also do shoes too, which is kind of almost a separate part of Shimano.
So how are you supposed to pronounce it? Is it S-Fire?
S-Fire.
S-Fire.
Yes.
Oh, so you don't put it together. It's definite split. It's
S-Fire.
S-Fire.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
So S-Fire is it's kind of like the pinnacle of soft goods. So I speak so much lingo. Soft goods is like, so you got hard goods, cassettes and chains and that sort of stuff, and then the soft goods is all of the other product that they make. So there is eyewear and there is shoes. And
so they're doing eyewear, they're doing glasses too?
They do eyewear, they do shoes, they do clothing, they do bags. Yeah,
because the shoes are quite possibly the most comfiest shoes ever in the Spheres.
The shoes are fantastic. They really are good.
But they go through to mountain bike as well, don't they? So
absolutely. So that S-Fire category is like the dura-ace of soft goods. It's kind of what it's like. It's top pinnacle product. Yeah, but they do obviously mountain bike, enduro style, racing road, Grand Fondo style product. The range of shoes is immense. So, little old New Zealand, we can't afford to bring every single thing in because the range is it's this wide, and we do the things that we suit are best suited for the New Zealand market.
Yeah. And luckily we're right on front of that date line, so when things get released, we're right up there.
Yes,
in
that's
little
actually
New
part of the
Zealand.
challenge, because when the embargo comes off, I think it's Japanese standard time, and that is that globally it's one time. So,
Okay. So if people are looking for, what should people be looking out for in the next year that is exciting to you personally?
As far as the product is concerned?
Yeah.
I suppose for us anyway, I'm most excited about XT. Yeah. So this new mountain bike group set, it's bringing XTR, like that really, really pinnacle product. I often talk that you could do the Pepsi challenge with XT and XTR, blindfold yourself, ride the bike.
Do you reckon you could? Do you reckon you could pick it?
I think I could, but I'm an absolute geek when it comes to gear, so I think I could.
I think that would be a fantastic challenge.
It would be, actually. Yep, you could. We'll pitch that one for you with Ultegra and dura-ace. I think that'd be really good.
I honestly don't think I could tell the difference.
It is bloody hard, because even the touch points, they have a lot of the same textures and stuff now. But XT there's so many people who are that mountain biker in this country that are going to ride this and think, oh my god, it's so good, and it really is. It's fantastic. The shifting with the Hyperglide Plus is just absolutely top notch.
So worth an upgrade.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for coming to have a chat with us.
Thanks for having me. It's been good.
If you look out for Shimano in your local bike store, have a look out for the guys at Shimano. If you're anywhere north of Auckland, you might see these guys out riding. Slowly. So if you haven't checked it out, check out the next video. We are going to have a look at some of the bikes behind us. I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank you, Harley, for coming in.
Thanks for
having me.
To thank
Skoda, Giltrap Skodas of Newmarket for allowing us this beautiful space to record in. And we will see you next time on the ride.